Hey, yo, man, what time is it?
You know what time it is, man.
2 a.m.?
Yeah, man.
Man, you know what?
What's that?
It's 8:46, bro.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah, you know what time that is.
Yeah, man.
Nappy head,
Yo,
Funk Army.
what's up?
Stand up. Get in line, y'all.
Yo, folks, drop that beat.
You know what we gotta do.
Yeah, man.
We bringing this funk just for you.
You know,
Repeat after me. Say, you don't have to be the best, just gotta outlast the rest. You don't have to be the best,
you don't.
just gotta outlast the rest.
No, you don't.
You don't have to be the best, just gotta outlast the rest. You don't have to be the best, just gotta outlast the rest. United we stand, divided we fall. Should our backs ever be against the wall, we'll be together until the jam is done. I'ma say that again for you. United we stand, divided we fall. Should our backs ever be against the wall, we'll be together until the jam is done. Here we go, y'all. Now let me tell you a little story about United We Stand. It says we're gonna funk across this funkless land. We gon' stand up and let our voices be heard. We ain't gonna let nobody stop us from spreading the spiritual word. The ruthless corporate greedy don't give a damn about the needies. We need everybody in the house to join us on this one, alright? Y'all say, united we stand, divided we fall. Should our backs ever be against the wall, we'll be together until the jam is done. Are y'all out there? You feeling me? United we stand. Come on, y'all. Divided we fall. Should our backs ever be against the wall, we'll be together until the jam is done. Yeah. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. United we stand. Divided we fall. With the poor people most of all, as they poison our mind with food control. Third eye is wise, sacrifice. Wake up and see what they doing to you and me. Keeping a separate product of Illuminati, like the jail cell did my boss John Gotti. Dirty politics and high-priced prostitution reside in all the important positions. Just look around at the injustice in the world. Some forced to live in a deplorable conditions. Watch what we do. This rap is coming up just for you. So sit back, relax, check out our phone calls. The nappy hip hop army always bumping in your drum. Twitter, tweet, the TikTok. The ruthless corporate greedies don't give a damn about the needies. A movement, genocide and homicide is happening all around the world. Promise me this, promise me that, when all the fat cats stabbing us in the back. Man, get off my back, bro. Killing me. Let me see you wave your hands. We all wanna take the stand. Rise up against the corporate man. Let me head all across this land. Oh yeah. Nothing but this new type funk 2022. Let me see you wave your hands. We all wanna take the stand. Rise up against the corporate man. Let me head all across this land. Come on, y'all. we fall.
One more time.
Should our backs ever be against the wall, we'll be together until the change is done. United we stand, divided we fall. Should our backs ever be against the wall, we'll be together. What's up? What's up? What's up? All my true funk soldiers, club funketeers around the world, and everybody else tuning in for the very first time. Welcome to Funk from the Front Seat at 9 on the Grind TV. We're back live finally. Been through some things, and the world is changing. And as my good friend, my guest is gonna say, life has been lifing. I got my sage. So I got you out there, West Coast, LL. I got you. We're going to bring in the ancestors and keep all that good stuff popping, man. And I just want to say, welcome to the show. Welcome to Funk from the Front Seat. We're back live. We're going to be running some live shows clear up until maybe the Funketeers Ball. You know, we'll have special guests on. Of course, at some point, we're going to get into our girl, Kamala. So we're going to talk about that in length with some guests, invite people back and see what they have to say about that at some point. But first of all, I want to say peace, love, and harmony to everybody that's out here. Thank you for tuning in. All the Funketeers, all the Soulsters, all the people out there that's doing their thing in the world every day. Stay positive. Know this. God loves you regardless. It doesn't really matter. Just keep doing you. He got you. Don't punch down on yourself. We got enough people doing that, and we do that to each other enough, and we have to stop it. We're in the world of change. This is a new era. This is a new generation. Some of our children are now in college and get ready to graduate and go on and become the world and do their thing. So we have to set the example. We always have to think positive. Every night I pray, I ask God, make me a better man tomorrow than I was day. And I just want to keep that in mind and keep that mindset and keep going forward and share and spread as much of that love as I can. Today, a very special guest is joining us all the way from the great state of Texas. San Antonio is in the house, right? And we're going to get into some things, her beautiful music, her projects, her creativity, and all of that good stuff. My producer today is Mr. Mark Lee. My other two producers, Miss Cheryl Woodhouse, and my other friend, is taking a sabbatical right now, even though they may be watching. So Chelsea, I know you watch this with you, so that's all good. But yeah, check it out. We're going to do this thing today, and we're going to kind of ease back into it. Sit back, relax, and without further ado, I'd like to bring to you my sister, and my sister from another Mr. Trey. Rochelle is in the front seat.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you, Zach?
I am blessed beyond recognition. I am fired up, as you say.
Yeah.
I am ecstatic. I am all the good things filled with joy that God has provided me, having beautiful people like yourself on our initial comeback show. So this is couldn't get no better than this. How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. It's so wonderful to be back. So thank you for having me back.
You're
I
absolutely
appreciate
right.
you.
Absolutely right. And a shout out to my dog Al Rashad. I know you watching, bro. Happy birthday! Shout out to Funkster Jones. I know you watching. Happy birthday! And to everybody else that has a birthday or anniversary, or someone transitioned in your family or might not be doing well, just know that God got you and we got you here on Funk from the Front Seat. So Trey, tell us a little bit about like what's happening with your post career and pre career. For people that don't know you, that never saw you on the show, can you give us a little bit from, say, a little bit each stage on up?
Yeah. Let's see. So I always had a voice. I was always an entertainer for the family. I was always that little kid, the little cousin that they pull out the room and say, now come in here and show all them that. Do a little dance. So always was that. That was just my role. And then I go back and play, right? Been in all the choirs, all the church choirs, sang choir in school. Had some wonderful musical teachers that just gave me a lot of great great theory and confidence that I didn't. I just thought that's what everybody got, right? Um, got older, had my kids, had my family, and one day I wanted to just kind of put some time into me. You lose yourself sometimes. And I went through looking at what my spiritual gifts were, and singing was right up there at the top. And I realized that it was a gift. And I said, let me go get some training, So I went and got me some training. And when I went and did that, my vocal coach was like, you cannot just keep coming in here and let me be the only one to hear you sing. And at that time, I sang karaoke. We threw some amazing karaoke parties back in the day, but it was all in fun, and just I always loved the experience and the connection, and that live brings. I understand that now, but back then it was just like I just loved to make people feel happy, so it was just part of just me being me. But she was like, no, you can't keep coming in here. And I didn't really take it so serious. But through that probably 2 year process of really finding my voice, because I could sing a lot of people's voices, but in that 2 year me finding my voice, I literally found my voice. I was able to move me and my children from a situation that was not the best ideal loving situation and healthy environment for us. So I found my voice in my life. Yeah. And found that confidence. And it's funny how life works when you start dealing in the gifts that God has given you.
Amen.
God opens up things in your mind, in your space, for what it is that he's called you to do and what your purpose is. And he starts moving and doing things and bringing things in and out of your life with or without notice, and to get things done. And so from that moment, life turned completely upside down. And but I had this singing, and one opportunity led to the next opportunity. Yeah. And I sang in recitals with little girls singing Mary Had a Little Lamb, and here I come in doing jazz standards, and all of the parents love me, and I was shaking in my boots, nervous, and my daughter, I have footage, and she's like shaking the camera. She's she's like a whole adult now, but back then she was like in middle school, record her mom doing that. So my kids got to see me, really take something that was given to me and just birth it and create it. And literally one opportunity has led to the next, and I have just followed it, and it has been the most awesome God sent story that he's given me, and that's it.
It's funny because already we're gonna get deep. We're hanging out with the amazing Trey Rochelle today, but shout out to a couple of people. My dog down your way, George DeFunkovici Hudson in Texas.
What's up?
And Cindy over in Seattle. I know you get up so early and you watch your reruns. I so love you and appreciate you. Thank you so much, Cindy K. Lane. You are one of my West Coast dogs. And shout out to my lady, Christy. I know you're not feeling well, so I love you. I hope you feel better. And she always dresses me, so she's my wardrobe consultant.
See?
Right. Hey, I listen. But something you said hit home for me just a minute ago. We'll get into the music thing.
Absolutely.
Your kids are watching this, and you did it for your kids, and then they see your positivity and they see your strength.
Yeah.
And they need to see that, especially, young girls, what I'm saying? And boys too, but from a woman's point of view, I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Because I want every woman out there watching to know you are powerful, you are loved, we love you, and we're going to watch you shine, we're going to watch you blow up, and we're going to watch you do all the great things God put inside of you. So thank you for saying that, because I don't think we say it enough. And we need to spread that as much as we can. So you're on this musical journey.
Yeah.
Anybody in your family had that background? We're gonna get to your grandmother later.
Yeah. Right.
For that.
Right. So I have we have always listened to music. I have a number of DJs. There was always music playing. I have your traditional Black family. My dad's from Jersey, And so we have that. My mom's from Texas, but our heritage is, I have Cajun and Creole in me. So, it's the Zydeco, it's the blues, it's the jazz, it's the country.
Yeah, man.
Like, it's all of that. And
Yeah.
so that was always playing. I had a soundtrack of that behind,
Yes. Yes.
behind me. And I think I'm grateful for when I was born, because
Yeah.
that was just a beautiful time when vinyl was in, the headphones
Yes.
was in. It was just a whole nother live performances. It's better to have the live performance than to have the doggone vinyl sometimes.
Yes.
And then the vinyl would be the live version.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
it was just a
Exactly.
beautiful time to be in music. But of course, I had a number of family members that founded churches, which means that, they did all the things. They preached in the choir, first ladies, all of those. So, but not anyone that, I would say, like, went out, grabbed a name and really did that I found yet. But I feel so connected and so supported by my ancestors that, maybe they were just like me and in the closet entertaining their friends and in their environments. I definitely believe that. And all you got to do is go to any of my, any of the funerals in my family, and my family is known for everybody getting up when they supposed to say words, getting up there starting to sing.
Yeah.
Everybody got a voice.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, 'cause
Gotta sing.
That's right. See, DNA, and I, people know me. They know I'm into, a lot of energy. I'm
Yeah.
a Buddhist. My dad was a Baptist minister, but I've studied many different faiths.
Yeah.
I don't like to say religions. I just say faiths.
Yeah.
We all have something. Even if you believe in nothing, you're believing in nothing.
believing.
That's something,
That is.
right? And you had mentioned, and I was reading your bio and your link and everything, and you had mentioned that you have this passion, and it's finding ways to celebrate your grandmother.
Yes.
And I like the fact that I came on post before we started. You guys don't know I was burning sage, and the first thing I said, yeah, for our ancestors.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you, your grandmother is right here,
Yeah.
right now.
Maybe don't. That's why I ain't put no mascara on.
It's okay. It's okay. Because I can feel it. I'm an
Yeah.
empath. So
Mhm.
that's why I did that. I wanted
Yeah.
to kind of
Yeah.
bring that thing in.
Yeah.
You sang at a lot of different places.
Yes.
You sang "His Eyes on the Sparrow" at the Normandy American Cemetery Memorial.
Yes.
And we're going to show pictures
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Oh my gosh, that was the most moving experience just in general. And I know we'll talk more about it, but how I got there. But it was there in celebration. We were there to commemorate and honor 3 women from the 688 that lost their lives. They were the only 3 women that lost their lives during the tour of the 688 overseas during World War II. And it was due to a car accident. And they had to go through a lot because, we're talking about the 1940s, right? They had to go through a lot to actually be able to be buried there. But they were buried there. So we went there to lay wreaths for them. And so when people found out about what we were coming to do, and they opened up and said, we were like, we want to do a whole ceremony for this. And so we called in the ancestors we did that. We pulled in we did a whole little ceremony there. And I offered up to sing in that moment. And, if you've ever been to any of like the national malls like that, it's always people around. They're looking, and they're, everybody's, it's just children's tour and it's bus tours, and we're in Normandy. So everybody's there doing the tour. The Band of Brothers tour was there. So it's a lot of chatter and everything. And so we're there and we just set our stuff up, and then we started our ceremony, and so people started kind of looking around, gathering around. But when I started singing, like literally, when I tell you the stillness that was there, and it was a whole, and it took on its whole thing. And it was one of those moments. I have moments sometimes when I'm performing when I'm out of me, and it's just happening, and I'm just like,
yes,
just free and
Yes.
standing above the moment. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Yep.
just that, and I know the entertainers, y'all. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Musician, when you have that moment, you're just like, oh my goodness. Like when it's so much bigger than you. Everything's always bigger than you. But
Yes.
when you really see that you're not doing this, like you
Right.
got yourself here. Thank you for
Yes.
those steps.
Yes.
But right now, this is what's gonna happen.
Right. Right. Right.
And I saw people who I knew probably did not know English as their first language, right? That were there, and their faces, their expressions. Um, God was ministering to them through me. And that was amazing because it's once again, we're standing in this place, and I'm not singing what you expect for me to sing. I'm singing what I knew they wanted to hear. And that's what I told them. I was like, okay, if I'm going to sing, I want to sing what I know they would have wanted to hear. And what I wanted them to know was those three women, you're here. Because a lot of those women couldn't have kids before they were enrolled, right? They were young. So these are women who potentially, unless they had children very young, did not have any children to carry on their legacy. And so us being there was to stand and say, we are your family,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And God's eye is on you and has always been on you, and we haven't forgotten about you.
Yeah.
We haven't forgotten that you're here. We
Yeah.
have not forgotten about you. So it was bigger than me, and that has to be one of my most amazing moments, and I'm still, over a year later taking that in. Yeah.
And it's funny because we always go organic on this show, and with that inspirational story we talk on and off air about these women, and I think they just beamed in and said, no, you do it us first.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know because
Because that's what's important. It's important.
because the connection
Yeah.
started there with
Yeah.
them. Had
It did.
they not survived, that legacy wouldn't have gotten into your DNA for you to be
Absolutely.
here today. And I think that's important, that we always remember, especially young people. I know it's a fast moving age, but every now and then, if you out there and you're doing your thing, social media, it's okay to look back a little bit and just reminisce for a minute. You don't have to live there, but
Yeah.
just think how many sacrifices were made. Even for this great country we live in, which I think it is. How many
Yes.
sacrifices were made, and that's something that I think we as gatekeepers can push and share our knowledge with them. So the main call to action is
Yeah.
for people to join your Soul Trade Vibe,
Yeah.
and it's running on the bottom.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that, and what's going on with that.
Absolutely. So I have a fan community. So Soul Trade Vibe. I have a private group within Facebook. I've created my own platform that I've just rolled out. It's kind of in its beta testing, but it has like all my singles. I release unreleased music there, and it's a way that we all just talk to each other. It's a lot of creatives that are in there, a lot of musicians that are in there, a lot of just people who magnetically have just been attracted to this movement of just love. And so like last week, and we talk every week. I have live streams with them. And so this past week we talked about just self-love. Number of people who chimed in that hadn't chimed in are caregivers. So imagine people who are caregivers tuning in when I decided to talk about self-love. And that's what ends up happening. Like I just set the intention. It's a very intentional community, and
Yes.
I set an intention to say this is what we're going to do, and then everybody's looped in, and then everything is in there on replay for whoever wants to see it too. So, and it's a way, I definitely put my merch in there. I made the announcement about us being in here today, so everybody's going to be chiming in on that. Everybody's going to be able to link in and find this. So it's just a way for me. Like I have my social media channels out there, but it's a way for me to really connect in, because I love connection and I love people, and I want to serve. I'm a servant. Like I'm a musician and a creative, but I'm a servant first. And so the best way that I found to know how to do that is for me to really engage and find ways to connect in, and us all connect and just help each other on this journey.
Yeah, that's right. I love, that's why I connected with you. Because we haven't met in person, but we vibe so hard on Facebook. We was like, yeah, okay, this will work. And it
Mm-hmm.
was right around the time coming out of the whole COVID BS, this, and that, and the third, and everybody was searching
Yeah.
for their tribe
Yep.
because during that time, you know, the tribes had gotten kind of scattered, and everybody was like, I gotta find something else because being cooped up like this, you come back out, you're like, okay, I'm lost. Took me a year to reassemble. I ain't lying. I
Yeah.
see a therapist. Besides everything else, it took me a year to assimilate back into
Absolutely.
society from being isolated. And you said something important that I like a long time ago. We had talked about energy, and
Yeah.
and your energy and your empathic spirit. You're a indigo child, obviously
Yeah.
healer. I call us light workers.
Mm-hmm.
You work with colors.
I
You
do.
you work
I
with colors.
absolutely do. I
Yeah,
absolutely do.
I know.
So you see her back there. So that's my reminder every day to continue doing music for my overall umbrella project, which is called Color Spectrum.
Yes,
So each of my EPs, you'll notice that they're color themed. So the
yes,
first
yes.
one was my grown and sexy one, right? And that one was violet. I had orange, that's more musicianish, more jazzy, and I'm working on red. So you see in the background, this is the red EP that's coming out. So absolutely, all about colors, tied into what energy comes from that, what that music feels, and the whole goal of that is that once I make it through all these colors, then I would have learned so much more about me. This journey that we have would have evolved so many conversations about different things, and we're all able to come together and have this big rainbow party of all of this stuff and everything that we've gone through over these years, through this journey, through all the colors, and just be whatever it's going to be. But yes, I love colors. Literally, I decided threw these on right before the show, like, like, oh, what earrings am I going to wear? Wear these. So it's a whole thing. I believe all of that. Everything has a vibration,
Yes, it does.
and you have
Yes,
to be careful
yes.
about the vibration that you send off, what you send back. I believe in giving right back what's sent to me, and so you have to know that we're all conduits of this whole thing and how everything is going,
That's
whether or
right.
not we're conscious of it or not.
That's
It's
right. That's
there.
right. And also to add on to what you said, and we're hanging out with the lovely Trey Rochelle today. She was kind enough to get up an hour early, so I appreciate that. Um, who we are around,
Hmm.
because I'm very,
Important.
I'm very picky. I don't want to give my energy to everybody, and
Mm-mm.
I don't. I'm always guardians of the people I care about and love, watching their energy where it's going because I know. Like I was sent here to do certain things, like you come through that
Yep.
portal, the conduit, right?
Yeah.
And I think vibrating, and you can't see my laptop, but I got all my crystals set up in front of me, and I keep all of this stuff for a reason
Yeah.
because it helps me lock in,
Yeah.
and once I'm locked in, I can go to those places. That's where I know I'm an Anunnaki soldier, but the good Anunnaki because
Yeah.
I'm a protector. I
Yes.
want to protect everybody. I
Yeah.
want to heal, and I'm an Aries. It's naturally like that. But your vibration with the colors comes through in your music. Hey, Mark, you back
Yeah.
there? Let me know if you're back there. We're gonna run one of these vids that we got. Your vibration with the colors is amazing, and everything you're doing. Go ahead, Mark. Light it up. Everything that you're doing is a necessary spiritual thing for the world. And
Absolutely.
we love you for it, man. We really do. You got some shouts out, Georgia Funkovici. He's always tuning in. He's down there in Texas or whatever. But yeah, sometimes, as we know, music can be cruel, hard, harsh.
Hmm.
Only the true funk soldiers keep it moving.
Yes.
That's why I
Yes.
respect you. So tell us a little bit about this one. I know you said it's about me,
Hmm.
right? And then we're
Yes.
going to go chronologically from here back a little bit. But
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
released on July 26th
Yes.
of this year. Okay, so tell
Yes.
us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so It's About Me. It's the first single off of the Red EP. I'm working with Antone, the Antonal Experience out of Dallas, and his production team, Just Miz and her amazing pen. She's an amazing artist, amazing vocalist, and songwriter. And so we started working on the overall project, I want to say like in November. He and I met up through when I did Spira Gyra, a connection that I made there, introduced us, and I started working on that project. And so I'm super, like, so excited about this. And it just, once again, it was the space that I was in. I'm in a place of self growth, self healing, self love, and just setting myself up to be the next best version of me.
Yeah.
And so this project, the Red EP, is all about that. It's the ground. It's
Yeah.
the grounding of Trey. And it's me being my whole self, learning how to be my whole self, moving through the experiences of my whole self so that we can go to the next phase, which, is when we start introducing other people. So stay tuned for that part. But
Yeah.
working on that part already, but this is the journey that's there. And so, I did the Grown and Sexy first. I played with the music because I love the music and I wanted to have those things in there, some things I wanted to immediately get out and say, but now I'm going back to saying, okay, this is grounding. This is where I am. And It's About Me that's what it is. It's about me, and it's me accepting flaws and all, but me challenging myself to get up and push through and do what I need to do. And I want
That's
it to
powerful.
be, I want it to be to me, it is an anthem. It is my anthem.
Powerful.
Like, so, and I hope everybody gets into it. I made it funky. So, that's what I like. And like, just make it funky. And then y'all catch the message later and be like, wait, she just said, but by that time, it already done put you in another energetic space. And that's the whole goal. That's the whole goal of it.
Okay, cool. And then we got another one we're gonna show after that too.
Yeah.
But right now, it's about me, Trey Rochelle. Here we are, Funk from the Front Seat, not on the Grind TV. My esteemed producer, Mr. Mark Lee, is on his game today, so he may actually get breakfast for me. All right, Mark, light it up for me, bro. Good to see you, man. Welcome back. It feels so good.
It's about me. It's about me. It's about me. It's about me. Been feeling so much stress, dealing with drama, stuff, and mess. My mind is racing too. I can't let these bad feelings accrue. Let me get myself up, put on some clothes, get all dressed up, put on my makeup, fix my face,
Pumping that. You pumping
Yes.
that, yo? Hey,
Oh,
Trey, you know what I
yes.
love? I watched that a lot over the past couple of days. And thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Amazing work. Sounds like, that track put me in Hawaii for some reason when I heard it. Yeah, I just automatically went to like the islands of Hawaii. Like,
Yeah.
look, and you're so extraordinarily huge but modest because you didn't even show yourself.
No. Oh no. That's been my tagline. It's like it's about me, but I want it to be your anthem. So I want you to say that that's about you.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so I feel like it's about me means that it's about you. And if
yeah,
it's about you, then it's about all of us. So absolutely. Yeah, it's I completely could have done that, but it was a song that I really wanted to really say like, I've been feeling so much stress, dealing
yeah,
with
yeah,
drama and mess.
yeah.
But I got to get up and I got to do what I have to do because at the end of the day, it's about me. It's about
Right.
me.
That's
And
right. That's
so
right.
yeah, so it's funny. It's that duality. Like it's about me, but it's really not about me.
Right,
Like
right, right, right. Because the,
yeah,
the wholeness of it all makes it about that light, that
yeah,
ultimate light. We
absolutely.
get it. We get it. If
Yep,
everybody out there watching, it's about you.
you. It's
You
about
know what
you.
I'm saying? So use
Mm-hmm.
this as power.
Yeah,
Also, thank you for your ode to the black and white TV sets.
yeah. Listen, I mean, come on now, come on now, come
I
on now.
love that.
You
I was
know,
like, yeah,
all we needed was a little push button pad. I just needed the push button pad.
yeah, I love that, man. It's so, because now they call it retro, this and that, and the third, but they forget we lived that.
That right, it ain't retro to us like that. That's
Right.
what makes
We lived it.
sense.
We lived it.
That's right.
I told one of my daughters once, we was talking, and I was like, yeah, it was like 12 o'clock or something, and we was watching Nick at Night or something. They was young. And I said, when I was a kid, right now the only thing would be, oh, say, care, and the
Came back.
flag, and
Cutting
then
off.
nothing, you out.
That's right. That's right.
So she said, well, Daddy, what did you do? And I said, I went to sleep,
Went to bed. Right.
went to bed. That was my signal. That was the cue. The
That's
whole
it.
world was like, okay, 12 o'clock, we've decided everybody's going to bed.
Everybody going to bed. Everybody going to bed. This is done, folks. Yes.
Can you imagine?
That's all, folks.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Can you imagine taking a child now and
Oh my
dropping them back,
gosh. Oh my gosh. And they
dropping
actually
them
have to
off?
learn some patience and some order and discipline, like
Yep,
just from not just from their parents, but from the world.
from the world.
That's why we so
Man.
structured. That's why we so structured. Cause we
That's
like, hold
right.
up, where's the order? This,
Yep, yep.
you know,
So, so this one is about the red, and then I
yeah,
noticed you had also in 2020, um, previously released Violet, slow
yeah,
motion EP. So y'all can go
yeah,
check that out. And as you said before, they can find all your stuff right there, right on
yeah,
Soul Trade
yeah.
Vine. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All of that's there, but it's on all streaming platforms right now. So you can just do a Google. You can just do a
yeah, yeah,
Google on Trey Rochelle, but it's on Spotify. Follow me on Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, YouTube, um, Apple Music, Amazon, Tidal. It's all right there, and everything that I've released previously is all out there, waiting for you to consume. And then I reply to my comments. So inbox me. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment on anything, and let me know what you think about it. Which one is your favorite? Which one you want me to remix? Like, I'm an independent artist, so I get to do whatever I want to do.
amen. That's the
So,
good beauty of it. We were talking about that earlier,
hmm
and the independent part is what I dig. I try to promote that on the
yeah,
show because so many people are caught up in the moment of FOMO,
hmm
FOMO, fear of missing out. But
hmm
as an
hmm
artist, a true artist doesn't care if they're performing for themselves or anybody.
yeah,
We're making art. Prince once said, "Listen, I make music. They buy it. If they buy it, then that's cool. If not, it's cool too." Mark had an interesting comment because he said that the kids might not be able to survive, and you're right, Mark. They wouldn't. 2 minutes without their phone,
Oh
And
my goodness.
electricity, they were freak. You know, they were freak.
Right. Yeah, my kids were more worried during the COVID thing about losing their device than putting all these blankets on them because it was like, getting less than 32 degrees in my house. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, you worry about
yeah,
the
yeah,
wrong
yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So your next song,
Yeah.
um, "Reasons,"
Oh, yeah, the reason.
right?
Yeah.
"Reasons." Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about the inspiration behind that.
Yeah, so the reason was I did a songwriting group a few years back, and we were kind of pulling to it was pushing us to be authentic and to kind of really go deep and create something and write about something that we had never told anybody about. And so I searched because I'm an introvert and an extrovert at the same time, but I'm not a closed book. I believe in sharing my story. But there was something that I had not like talked about. And what it was that when I was in the 8th grade, I had a cousin that was in her first semester, had just finished her first semester of college. And my favorite cousin, I had just spent the summer with her. She has a lot to do with me being an artist. She was a huge Prince fan. We were talking about Prince earlier. Right, she was heavy on the Minneapolis sound. And, back then I dating myself. But back then, that summer or a few summers before that, Vanity Six came out with their album, right? Um, we're not going to talk about why I was in elementary and middle school. First off, my first concert was Purple Rain in
Whoa!
Houston in 1985. That was my
Wow!
first concert,
Wow!
right? And we were all there with T-shirts on and everything. So it's huge. So, but that album came out, and she had a younger sister. She was older. I have a younger sister that's younger than me. And so she said, "Hey, we're gonna learn this album, and you're Vanity, so
Right,
I'm Vanity,
right,
right? My mom's name is Brenda, so my cousin who looks the most like my mom complexion wise, like, well, you Brenda, and
right,
then and then my cousin was like, and I'm Susan, right?
right, right.
So we always hung out. It was a whole bunch of we hung out every summer, but from that summer, everything was about the music. And then by that time, I'm coming into my teenage years. So that summer, I remember her showing me how to put on my lipstick right. But beautiful, like a big sister to me. I'm the oldest, and I just have a brother. So she was like my big sister. And that we spent that summer together. We had fun, and she was ready to go to college, and she was the first one in our family to go to college on my mom's side of the family. First one to go. So I knew my dad and his brothers went to college on his side, so I knew I was heading that way. But it was just amazing to see somebody doing it. And I looked up to her so much. Well, we get to December, and my grandmother was actually there with me, they're staying with me and my family at the time, just visiting, and got a call from my aunt, and she was telling me that my cousin had taken her own life. She didn't tell me. She told me to get a phone to my grandmother, and I gave the phone to my grandmother. And of course, I could hear my aunt's voice, because this is my aunt that always has as much energy or more than even me. And so I heard the seriousness in her voice, and so I listened in, and I saw my grandmother's heartbreak. And then through her talking about it, and then they said her name, and I didn't know what had happened, or I just knew she wasn't here anymore. And then for me to hear that she had taken her own life after listening to the adults after that, and what we processed that as a family, and it was a shock. But what I never told anybody, which is what my song talks about, is the fact that I had already chosen to take my own life within a couple of weeks after that. And so it would have been me had it not been her. And I had no idea that she was thinking those same things. And because she made that choice, I never thought to do that again, because I saw the fallout. It brought me back connected with my family. I got to see how important that was, and I got to see it from a different perspective, that when you're in that, September is about to be Suicide Awareness Month, and when you're in that space You think that no one's looking at you, no one cares. You think that it's better for you not to be here. You think that you're taking up space. There's so many things that go into your mind that you're thinking, that you're so sure of. And one thing that I was so sure of whenever she passed was that a lot of that is just not true. It was not true. It was not true. And I wish that she knew how true and how important and how loved and how essential she truly was, and how her spirit and her energy continues with us today, even though it's not in its earthly form. And so it helped me, it saved me, and I wouldn't be here talking to you, Zach, over
That's
whatever
powerful.
was going on in my life in the
Yeah.
8th grade. My parents were in the middle of a divorce. Things were going in school, little guy I liked or whatever the issue was, right? But I had already started giving away my things to my friends. I had made recordings that I had given to them. And I knew the railroad track that was right around my house. I knew the train schedule. And it was just a day that every day it's just, when you're in that suicidal thing, life is so precious. People don't understand that, unless you've been in that place, you can understand how close and mentally you can really be and how fragile it can be. And that's why we have to be kind, because you don't know what moment somebody is going into, in, or about to walk into. So be kind. You don't know. And check on your friends, especially the strong ones, especially the strong ones, because those are the ones who want to be strong for you and don't want you to see the flaw that they have with trying to just survive, and so we put on good expressions, but we all need love. So check on your strong friends today. That's my challenge for everybody today. Like, pick up the phone, call somebody today.
Make an I care call. That's right. That's a powerful story. Thank you. I'm over here cheering up. That's
Yeah.
a powerful story, and thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
Because I too have struggled with that personally.
Yeah.
I've talked about that a few times. I don't mind telling people, for everyone, that I see a therapist, and I know what it's like to want to leave this planet.
Yes.
And I'm glad that I have not.
Yes.
I'm glad, and it's not about me. And I'm glad, and I'm
Yeah.
saddened that your family had to go through it. But I'm happy you're here.
Yeah.
Share this with
Yeah.
everyone, and let everybody see the other side of the thing that you deal with, besides the
Yeah.
music and the family. This was real.
Yeah.
It was so real. You wrote about it and sang about it.
Yeah.
So Mark, run that please for us, please, sir.
I was ready to go, so my things and my goodbyes just floated around like a ghost. I thought we were so close. There was so many things about you I didn't know. I had a train calling my name, wanted to leave this hopeless place. Never knew you felt the same way too. 'Cause sister, you meant everything to me. Oh, I lost you, but I know you hear me singing. Yeah, you left a hollow space, can never be replaced. You're the reason why I unpacked my suitcase. You taught me how to breathe, dressing up and dancing in your bedroom like vanity. I just wish that I could show you the hills I've climbed without you. Told my kids about you. 'Cause sister, you meant everything to me. Oh, I lost me how to move on when I couldn't see clear. Thought it would never get better. Said my goodbyes in a letter. Then I had to live for us both. 'Cause Gina, you meant everything to me. Oh, I lost you, but I know you hear me singing. Yeah, you left a hollow space, can never be replaced. You're the reason why I unpacked my suitcase. You're the reason, you're the reason, you're the reason why. You're the reason, you're the reason. You're the reason, you're the reason, you're the reason why. You're the reason, you're the reason. You're the reason, you're the reason, you're the reason why. You're the reason, you're the reason. You're the reason, you're the reason, you're the reason why. You're the reason, you're the reason.
Yo, that's powerful. You know, it's
Yeah.
funny in the private chat. You was typing that. We had that set up anyway. That banner.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let me tell you something, man. Uh, I'm gonna need a moment
Mhm.
because I honor and respect your work so much,
Yeah.
and I felt that pain,
Mhm.
uh, and I just want to say thank you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I want to say thank you. I know my audience felt it. I know your audience felt it.
Mhm.
The song is beautiful. The animation amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna make sure I have that. We got that locked in now. We're gonna run that in honor,
Yeah.
you know, of your family member.
And for everyone, like it's you know, it's a voice. Like we have to, it's so I think when it happens, everybody gets so quiet. They don't know what to say. Everybody's scared, and they don't, you know, and those people aren't celebrated because people just, it's so difficult for them to process it because of the stigma
Right.
that's around it. When they were just trying to look for love, this was love. This was, you know, it was their way of loving, being loving, and
Right.
it's a challenging topic. It's a challenging topic that we just haven't given enough voice and had enough conversations to really truly understand and respect.
Yeah,
Um,
it's you know, and we got some more short promo that we're gonna show as well, and
yeah,
then we're gonna get into you know your grandmother and all the great stuff she did. And I am just shouting out to everybody right now to let you know that I love you. If you got something going on that's deep, you know,
yeah,
we got you. You know, don't be afraid to reach out. We all have that someone, that special thing. George says, yo, the music in the video was amazing. So let's just
absolutely.
support and love each other, man.
Yeah,
Right now, we're going to take 2 minutes. I'm going to run a few commercials, so y'all sit back, relax. Mark, I got it. Just have that other stuff ready when we roll back. I'll be right back. Phone from the front seat, 9 on the Grind TV. Coming back in a minute with more Trey, Rochelle, and all of her beautiful colors. Y'all hang tight.
Up, Royal Funk fans? This is Lisa Love, aka Alpha Unc Omega, coming to you from Love's Temple here in Southern California, inviting you to Nine on the Grind, Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson. This is what I want you to do for me. Tune in every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come join the meeting of minds. I guarantee souls growth and high vibrations, not to mention the love. Keep it funky, y'all.
Hey, it's Chrissy Key Rollins here with Holistic Restoration, inviting you to check out Zach Robinson with Funk in the Front Seat. He drops new episodes every Saturday at noon on the East Coast time, and replays are posted for whenever you miss a live stream. You can find him on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube, and get ready for the funk because he brings it every week along with hot topics, amazing guests, and great conversations. Again, that's Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Go check them out.
Hey, this is Jen Vanderputten, writer of Code and Prose. You are watching Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Roberson. Tune in every Saturday at noon for excellent and important conversation.
Hey, this is Keith Jackson with P-Funk Radio, inviting you to check out my brother Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat. Saturdays, 12 noon on the East Coast and 9 a.m. on the West Coast. It all happens on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube. Great guest, great conversation each and every Saturday. That's Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Check him out.
Hey fam, what's goody good? What's really good? My name is Jeff Roberson from the gospel group called Jeff Roberson and New Life. And I'm coming to you from the town that we had to name it twice. It's so nice. New York, New York. And I'm bringing you some news about my brother from another mother, brother Zach, who's bringing you his hot new show called Funk from the Front Seat. Listen, he's bringing you funk from the vault, from the past, from the present, and into the future. He's got that music that makes the hair on the back of your neck rise up. He's bringing you funk all the way down to your toes. This is that funk that makes you really want to groove. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial as he brings you funk from the front seat. Listen, let's go.
A few peeps of mine shouting in. I want to thank everybody. Also, JTRP, P-Funk Radio, Gabe Gonzalez, Larry Funkster Jones, happy funky birthday to you, my boy down in Florida. Al, I got you. Happy birthday, bro. Bootsy and Patty Collins, of course, constant inspiration to me. HJ Entertainment, I didn't forget you, Heidi. Kane and Jams, my dog Kev just played on my new song, Grit Go Down. I love you, man. And go to Kevin's website, Kane and Jams. He got the clothing, he got the merch. Y'all need to go check him out. He'll be back on the show soon. Of course, my dog, my captain, Tony Cam, and the Funk All-Stars, and our new group, the East Coast Funk All-Stars, Nappy Head Funk Army. We're going to be down here making a comeback September 6th at the Hopscotch Party. Early gig for all you late-nighters that can't stay up, 4:30, so y'all come down in Raleigh. Oak City Music Collective, my management promotion company down here, Diego, I love you. Afterglow 92416. Donna, I love you. Boogie Munson, I wear those shirts. And I'm rocking some of the hats all the time. Q&A Entertainment, Otis, my dog down in Georgia. I love you, man. And we'll talk soon. We was definitely, back and forth when Kamala and her crew was doing her thing. Brooke Clagett, my funk angel. I know I'm going to see you at the Funketeers Ball, so enough said there. Patricia Dioria, Curtis Wilcox, and George the Funkavinci, providing me with all this beautiful backdrop that you see and artwork. My road dog, David Brooks, Dr. Brookenstein. I'm going to see you at the ball. You know how we go. DJ Coccolino in Italy, thank you for spinning my stuff and turning my funk into house music over there, as well as DJ Elizabetta in Ireland. Thank you for doing the same. And DJ Monica in Switzerland. So thank you for taking nappy head funk coming music, spinning it, flipping it, twisting it, turning it, putting it back in the pot, bringing it back, and doing all the good things you do to make it that techno thing. And last but no, Robin Circle P, make sure y'all stay. And my new producer, Chelsea, we're going to get some stuff going. She's actually going to do an interview with Fred Wesley, so y'all stay tuned for that. And of course, David Webb, Funk Chronicles and Exhibition Center in Ohio. Thank you so much, brother. I love you. Peace, love, and harmony. You actually gave the Nappy Head Funk Army a space in your beautiful museum. We are honored to have that brand in there, and we're going to do that sometime in the next couple of months. And for everybody else out there watching, I have said enough, so I'm tired. Back to the show. Okay.
That was some wonderful shout outs. Oh my goodness.
I haven't done it a long time, so I was like, okay, let me see if I can spit this one. So, Mr. Mark,
gratitude.
Let's show this real short, real quick. to promote the Thursday nights with Trey Rochelle. You have that bit queued up, sir? I know you do. Because I see you looking really, really hard. You must have been looking at something else. Don't blow your breakfast, bro. Mark and I kid a lot. We kid a lot. But he'll get that up in a second.
Yeah.
But your Thursday night show encompasses so many different aspects. And for those that are just now tuning in, we run that for them a little bit.
Yeah, so on 2nd and 4th, I have a residency here in San Antonio where at Conversa Elevated, live music. So when you think live music, it's a band, you're thinking you're sitting down, you're going to hear some nice music and you're going to move your head and things like that. No. That's not a Trey Rochelle. That's not a Trey Rochelle experience at all. I carry 2 wireless mics along with my microphone, and I get the crowd involved. And so we start off nice and slow, but we find all kind of voices, all kind of poets, and the musical experience just takes on a life of its own. And by the end of the night, you might find yourself wobbling or doing the butt. Just depends on how it's gonna go. So I got my drummer there. He loves to go on us sometimes, and my keyboardist started off on drums, so you never know if they're going to switch out. So it's always an amazing live experience. And so 2nd and 4th Thursdays right here in San Antonio. If you're here, you need to be there. And so, it's love. I love live music. Nothing like it. I do sprinkle in to make sure that I'm doing my originals, but I know that people they take their time out to come out and have a good time. And on Thursday night, sometimes you just need something to almost take you over to that next day. Take it over to the next day. So that's what we're doing. Every other Thursday on the 2nd and 4th. But I keep my calendar up to date on Instagram and on Facebook. Try to pin it to the top. So I'll be posting the September schedule pretty soon too.
I'm proud of you for that, because you know what's funny? I'm such an intense person, and my lady be trying to get me to unintense some of this. When I go out, it's hard for me to like stuff because I'm like I would do it this, but I'm learning. Yeah, and I think I've cathartically figured it out what I got to do, but I'm learning how to enjoy. And karaoke is such an American thing. Yeah. All around the world, but everywhere you go, whatever establishment it is, at one of those nights, that community is going to have karaoke. Mm-hmm. And I just think that's fantastic. That's tribal. I really do. I'll try to be better at it, y'all. Forgive me, but
Listen, it's hard, and I think that's the thing for me too, because I'm that same way. So it's hard to be a musician going to everything because you're looking at everything. You can't help but you're like, okay, how can I change my set to do something with this? Like you're always in that creative study mind, and it's hard to just sit back and just take the experience in. So I'm thinking about that when I'm doing it, and that's why I do my show the way that I do it. It's like, you know what? I know we got some talent out here, so as much as I'm giving to y'all, I need y'all to give this right back to me. What y'all got? Let's talk to y'all about what y'all got going on. So it's a way of pulling people into the show, and I just love being in the moment. And I think that that's a very movement meditation for me, and that's what that experience is for me. So I just like to pull us all into the moment. So, I'll go out in the crowd, I'm making the eye contact, I start calling out names, I start throwing mics in front of people's faces. Like, you never know what you're going to get. Like, I can see it and I can feel, and then I can feel what needs to happen, and last minute changes of songs. And then people are like, oh my gosh, I was not expecting that song to come on. Yeah. So
that's why we're kindred spirits, because everything you just said is a part of how I approached it.
Yeah.
It's organized chaos, and the ones and zeros and information come in simultaneously as you're ready. You don't really know, but you know it's coming. And it's so nice to vibe with someone else that has that same powerful spirit. Mr. Lee, are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, let's run it, sir. Okay. You got breakfast.
I'm feeling good about me tonight. My head is high and it's alright. I'm gonna smile, everything's fine. It's gonna be about me tonight. It's about me. It's about
Yes,
I like that. I like
yes,
that.
yes.
Mark, you got the other one? There's another one, right? Yes. Run that as well,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes. Yes. I mean, this is a Trey Rochelle show. This is it. Like, you just never know what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Yo, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Somebody else's son jumped on the drums and we had a whole third set going on. So
And
yeah.
where's it again in San Antonio? Where can they find it?
It's at Conversa Elevated, right on I-10, right across from the Dominion, above the La Cantera area and Six Flags. So yeah, right off I-10. So
y'all
yeah.
heard it. Y'all know
Yeah.
where it is. So y'all need to get down there, support what she's doing, because I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this amazing, beautiful, strong queen is out here in the world making a difference. And that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Spread love and harmony and peace and make a difference. Now, let's get to the goodie, as
Yeah.
the old folks used to say. I'm going to cut you to the quick. Let's get to the goodie.
Yes.
My father from
yes.
Georgia used to say that, eating coconuts. I was like, I don't know what the goodie is, but apparently you enjoyed so much, you came
Right.
up with a word.
Right.
Your grandmother, first her name.
Yes.
Tell us her name.
Hester Givens Massey. Yes.
Mark, you have any pictures on the side that you could? Yeah, perfect.
Ah,
You
yes.
producer,
The
you're behind us
688.
today, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
freeze that moment and let's talk about that from your perspective.
Yeah, so this photo was when they first made it to England, and right behind them is their barracks where they stayed which is the King George. They were given the King George school to live in. They weren't allowed to stay with the other women in WAC, so they gave them this abandoned school, which was rat infested and had all of the other things. So part of their first thing was to, create their own quarters. So behind them is where that is. And so, of course, every day they had to come out and do their check. And so there's their sergeant right in front of them. And so that school is now still operating as like a private school there. So when the descendants all went there to visit a year ago, which me and my first cousin went for that as grandchildren of my grandmother, along with a number of other people who whether it was their parent or if it was their grandparent or if it was their aunt that was there. So all the family members, we went on a tour to walk in their shoes, and we traveled from them coming in through Scotland, going through England and over into France. And so we actually went to the same place. We did another picture, took a picture in that position too, and had an article and everything that came on BBC about it. And so this was them in formation. It's amazing because I have a daughter that's 19 now. And so for me to think that my grandmother was making this kind of history at that young age, and along with all of the 800 plus other women, you don't know what your assignment's going to be when you just enlist. And for them to be chosen for such a time as this, those women were in charge of getting the mail that was coming. So during World War II, before we headed into D-Day, the mail had been backlogged for years, it had seemed, right? For a few years, they weren't getting the mail out. They kept putting groups in there to try to sort through the mail. They had then they put soldiers in there trying to do it, and it just wasn't getting there. So all of the letters that family members were sending to their loved ones during this time, the gifts, the Christmas cards, the birthday cards, the encouragement cards, and them, the soldiers trying to send things back home, that mail wasn't there. And if think about how important that is for morale to get the mail and to have that flow of information, especially during that time. I mean, like we said, kids can't put their phone down. So imagine not being able to pick up the letters, right? And so those women came in, it hadn't been done. They didn't expect for them to do it. Thought it would take 9 months, 6 to 9 months. Those women went in there and did that in 3 months and was like, next. They did that so fast They were like, oh, we have all these men in France. They knew that we were about to invade, right? And, storm the beaches. They're like, we need to free these men up. Can y'all come over to France? Sent them over to France and did the same thing in less time and got all the mail out. And they're the unsung heroes for World War II. They now have their Medal of Honor that the Congress has given them, because had those letters not made it into those men's hands, the men that were fighting for us, for them to go in knowing that they were fighting for their country, knowing that back home things were okay, people sending them things to let them know that they had support, all of the things that were sent to them, those little keepsakes and all those things, they're far away going into this foreign land. And the training that they had to go through, because my grandfather was also there. So I am truly a World War II grandbaby, because had that not happened, had they not sent my African American grandfather to the beaches of Normandy in France and sent my grandmother to do the mail in France, they would never have met, and my father would have never been born, and I would not be here, or I would be here in some other form. So because they connected, there is just amazing. But we didn't even know, like, when I was learning, first off, I didn't learn about any of this until I think my grandmother passed like in 95, and I didn't even know that 95, 96, like, I didn't even, when she was sick, I had no idea that she was here, because when these women left, they were told not to talk about their mission. They had meetings and reunions after the fact amongst themselves, and they didn't talk about it, because to them and to everyone that serves in the military, it's your duty. This is your job, and this is for your country. So much of it we don't talk about, we don't speak about, and they didn't. And they lived a humble life about it. But the one thing that all of us descendants knew, they ran their houses a certain kind of way. And, it was no nonsense for a lot of things. And my grandmother was very stern and strict and, super hard on me. And so going here, seeing what she went through, the things that she learned, and the community that she built, and being in that space now, I understand her more, but I had no idea. Like, it's written in her obituary, but it's just a line. But there's so much more than just being just a line. But these 6 AAA women were amazing. They have their Congressional Medal of Honor that's being minted right now. Tyler Perry has a movie that's about to come out about it. Don't know which part of it he's going to focus, because it's so much to say. Blair Underwood is in the middle of making a play for it as well, and so we're just staying tuned. And it's a big group of descendants of the 6 AAA, and we're active. There's a monument that's in Kansas. And so, but we're going to speak their names. And it's a few of them that, a handful that are still living. And we just recently, over the past couple of months, have lost about two or three of them. But these were amazing women, and, young, and just answered the call and came back to a country, went to a place where they were treated better than when they came back after all that they had done. Absolutely. To make sure that we did not live in a Hitler dictatorship, which Absolutely. In this day, we can appreciate the gravity of why we need to make the choices that we need to make to register to vote, to do the things that we know we need to do
That's
for
right,
such a
right.
time as this.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah.
And see, a tribute, first of all, thank you. These pictures are amazing. And this is history in the making. And because this is the age of Aquarius, everything about women now is going to be unveiled. And people keep mocking me for saying that, but I'm saying it because it's facts, right? And I'm happy that we're able to show this on Funk from the Front Seat, because we've never done it before. And this is the first. Yeah. Now, this voting register thing, I think anybody in this country that doesn't register to vote shouldn't be able to say anything, because if you ain't voting, you got no say. You can complain, but you didn't try. And of course, I'm definitely not voting for the next dictator Hitler type dude. And we all know, I don't even mention the name
Yeah.
because I don't put that energy out there. We
Mm-mm.
got the energy now. Kamala is going to be the president. People that don't dig it, they better get used to it. This is
Yeah.
where we are. We ain't going back, y'all. And it's not because it's a hokey slogan. It's not because of anything other than I think about my daughters and the kind of world I want them to grow up in. I have very close students that I teach on bass, that I want her to grow up in a nice world. For my lady, for you, for every woman out there, you guys are well overdue for this. Yo, Mark, could you show one of her other pictures? And I want you to jump in, man, because we're going to recap your opinions in a minute. But I know you have a lot to say. But just show one other one, and I just wanted these ladies a tribute to them and thank you
Yeah.
for sharing it. But we
Yeah,
know the
definitely
deal.
look them up. Look them up. Charity Adams was the leader. I mean, you just think about it. 1940. Oh, look at me, her baby. So yes. So I just her Charity Adams. Look them up. 6888. Amazing, just amazing stories, and there's gonna be more to come because once it breaks and they bring them out, we were doing a lot over there.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Tuskegee
right.
Airmen, and we weren't losing people. We were
No.
accurate,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
precise,
See, that's
effective.
right. Because and this is true. As a minority, we always know we got to be twice as good to be even. I've experienced it in my workforce. 22 years in healthcare, I had to be twice as good just to get to that level. And when you come back to a country after you fight and come back to this country and can't even sit at a counter, a diner, the history that this country has gone through, we are overdue for the flip. Overdue. Mark, what else you got?
We got some more.
Look at you. Where's that at?
Yeah, so that's at Conversa. So
Okay.
you see, I flip it up. Like I start off in heels, and then as the show goes on, all of a sudden you're gonna see the denim jacket come on. You're gonna see the Converse with the rhinestone laces come out, and we about to get it in. It's about to get funky.
That's
It's
what's
about
up.
to get funky.
I'm loving it.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Yeah, and that's my creative partner right there to the left. So that's Eddie Versatile Keys. So all of the music prior to It's About Me, all the music, that's my creative partner there. And so he's my keys player. And then there's Chris Fields there. He's my drummer. And so it's the three of us, but we make an amazing, huge, big sound. And we have a good time. We have a
Believe
great
me.
time.
and
Yeah, I
my
love those
audience
guys.
now knows.
And we're a whole vibe. So you see my merch there. They're so sweet. They just showed up one time, and I just gave them the shirts. They like surprised me with like, okay, we wearing the shirts, and I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, love them. Yeah,
I gotta
but we're a
give me
whole
one.
vibe.
I'm
Yeah.
a triple X. I'm a triple
Okay.
X.
Okay.
XXXL.
Okay,
I
I can get that.
Post office box.
I was going to go back
Absolutely.
to there is one other picture that I know that you wanted to get to, so we can
Yeah.
pass these ladies. But there's the one of the.
Oh yeah, when I was singing, yes, right there on the mall, so you can just see like even the kids like right there behind me, like just everything just stopped, and it was a moment. It was 100%
That
a
that
whole
looks
moment.
like a serious portal of
Yeah.
of light,
Yeah,
and you're the centerpiece of it.
yeah.
You
It
are
was
an
beautiful.
amazing spirit,
It was
man. Oh
beautiful.
my God.
I'm just a vessel. I'm not going to take no credit for that. I just show up and do what he leads and guides me to do, and just make sure I'm in place and in my best form to do it.
I get it. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I had a quick question for you, Trey. As y'all were
Yeah.
talking, something came to my mind. Actually, two things came to my mind, but one of the things was I had this real deep conversation yesterday with a young lady that was talking about having 64 nieces and nephews, and none of them are, not all of them are her actual family and everything. There are some that are her actual, because she's like me, she doesn't have any kids. There are some that are her actual siblings' kids, but then she had other kids that she tends to. As a matter of fact, she was showing me some pictures of some of those kids and all along those lines. And then I was reading, y'all were talking about Kamala, that one of her childhood friends said that she has always been a protector and all along those lines. And I know y'all had mentioned that earlier,
Absolutely.
just in kind of both you and Zach's mindset and everything. So I guess my question to you is,
Yeah.
how important do you think it is to have that extended family and for the extended family to play a role in all of our societies? Because I don't think it's just a black thing. I think it's a black,
No.
white thing and everything. But how important do you think it is to have that extended family?
Oh, listen, that's what it is. I'm TT. Let me tell you. And I know all my TTs, all TT's babies out there looking at me right now. They're the ones, they singing my songs. They know they TT. One of my little play nephews, he knows how to call me. He's like he just went to the first grade, but he knows how to call me on my FaceTime, and I can be on this call. I have to go into airplane mode because if I'm on there, I got to pick up the phone for that baby, right? But it's important. It's important, especially because I think years ago, family used to be around the corner. And even when it was around the corner, the next house was your family too. But now that we've expanded out, we moved and we've done all these things, you have to make your family where you are. And sometimes your chosen family are the ones that really are there to be the closest to you. They're the closest to react. And, sometimes if we've had unhealthy patterns, we choose an unhealthy extended family. Sometimes that happens. But sometimes when we've moved and evolved from some unhealthy things, we choose some solid people that hold us accountable, that are there for us, that expose our children and our families to things that we may just not have been birthed into. So I feel like all of us are an extension of that. I mean, in every culture, this country, the way that it was built is an extension. We're all one big extended family when we really embrace it. So extended family is a whole thing, and it should be recognized, and people are watching you and they are counting on you, and it's amazing whenever you open yourself up to be available and to love on your family, on people.
Yeah, and I
Period.
just want to ask one more question if I can, Zach. But
Yeah.
it's kind of
Take
alluding
your
to
time,
what
man, Mark.
it's
Rock
kind of
out.
alluding to what you just said with your grandmother and everything. And I think I mentioned to you on other shows that you've been on that my own grandmother started the African American Library over there in Raleigh. So I was just wondering your
Yeah.
thoughts about the importance of ancestors and us being connected to those ancestors, even if they've been gone a long time. Because I mean, my grandmother left at 82, so we're talking 42 years. But
Yeah.
as Zach knows, she still very much is a part of my life because I'm still here. Zach gets tired of me talk about Grandma Molly sometimes and all along those lines because she's still an important part of my life, even though she's not been on this physical plane for some 42 years. But I just wanted your thoughts about the importance of the ancestors.
Yes, I mean 100%. Like we are an extension of them. Like we are. I think what does it say? We are the manifestation of the wildest dreams of our ancestors. Like even now, like the things that I see that I want to do, the way that we're trying to make it another country. Even Zach just saying like we're trying to make this place a better world. We're trying to set things up for our people to take off, and that's what they were doing, and we're that. So and then when you go back and you place yourself in those scenarios and you walk down those streets and you feel that vibration of them, it doesn't leave. Like there were, when I was there in overseas and we went into one building that they slept in upstairs and then they did the mail in France underneath there. And there was these steel poles that were there. That was the foundation of the building. And I just stood there and I literally started bawling. Like they're over there having a whole little meeting here in history, and I'm just walking around feeling everything. And this pole that was right there, and then on St. George's and at King George's school, there was a tree that was like in the middle there, this huge big old oak tree, and I just started feeling the tears. Tears just started pouring down because they were in that exact same space. It's nothing but time separating, and me being able to bring her DNA back to where she was, like that's such an amazing thing that I don't think we even think about. Like we're carrying those, especially on the maternal line. We all get that X. We all get that X that goes all the way back down that maternal line. So you're always carrying it with you, and it shapes you. That's why certain things just ain't gonna work with you. It's certain people I get around or certain spaces and I just feel like everything in me about to jump out and go crazy, and I just got there. So we have to honor it, but you have to be open to feel it. Grief is real. I feel like grief, but I feel like grief is just love trying to find a new home,
Mhm.
you know,
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
know, and when we give it a space to have a new home and to open ourselves up to it, we're open to feel and see, okay, this is your moment. Like, I got you. Like, you feel these taps on your back. You see when these tears about to fall, that means I'm right here. That means I'm close to you. Feel me. And it makes you sad, but I'm right here. I ain't went nowhere. And you got this. So it's you have to honor it, but it's a whole thing. But we're here, and we've talked about the sacrifices that people made. If there was one incident, so many people didn't make the trip over on the boat. So many people didn't make it through the plagues and before they were able to create. And that's how we here. We're all here because we were created. And so many others didn't get to have that. And so with that is so much to be honored for that. And I just think life continues to go on, and it continues to evolve, and it continues to create, but there's something that's comes from each lineage, because here she did the library and everything for you, and then look what you're over here producing and doing and putting out into the world. So it just takes a new form.
Right.
You just go
Comes
to
back.
the next.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
and it's all a full circle. It's just a bigger circle. It just keeps getting bigger.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I heard something the other day that I got to add, and it kind of means something, but I guess people can take it for what it's worth, because I was talking to somebody I think it was watching Sadhguru. I watch Sadhguru videos, I watch Dolores Cannon, I watch a lot of stuff, right? But it's a short saying: the axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Right? That's deep, right? The
That
axe
is
forgets,
deep.
the tree remembers. The tree remembers. And the roots, of
Mhm.
what you're talking about with this whole space and this journey right here on this show, and tying it with the music and what you do, and Mark and I get to be a part of that now, and my fans and all the people
Yeah.
commenting that'll watch it later. This is really good. That's all I can say.
In fact, there was one other short video, and I think it played into what that second song was about. But I don't know if you wanted to get to it. But you had a video about breaking the stigma as well. It was a little short video. So what's that all about and everything? Because that's the one that I had not gotten to and everything.
Play it, run it. Go ahead and
Yeah.
run it.
All right, we'll run it.
Run it first, and then we'll chat on it. You got a few more minutes, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm good. I'm good. As long as y'all good, I'm good.
All right, we'll play it right now.
Okay. It's a really tricky thing, and there's a lot that I think we really need to do around suicide awareness to kind of break the stigma of what people want to believe suicidal thoughts in someone looks like, because I think that's how we're missing it, and that's how we missed it with my cousin. And it's too many, right? It's too many, but there's so much that we can learn, and there's so many opportunities for it to be a reason. And with everyone, if you find your reason and you find that thing, that one thing, no matter how small it is, that makes you make a choice to continue to push through, be bigger, be greater, be you, and be present with where you are right now, then that's all you need. And then the next day you can make another reason, or the next moment you can make another reason. You got to speak out and you got to talk about it. And I guess that's why I unpacked my suitcase and stayed there for 41 years. Yes. So that was one of my live streams that I did with my community, and we were just talking, and actually it just one of the things, I just deal authentically with things, and we ended up over there in that. And then I do like a feel your feelings Fridays. I make a post that's about different things, and I even have a playlist on YouTube that talks about just suicide, just play through, and it has a number of different videos and things there. I've had some people reach out to me where they want to honor their loved ones that they've lost to suicide, and I've made videos of them. So I have my first video production that I've done. I play the song and I let them have their do their visual representation of that. And so, but yeah, I think I'm not gonna be quiet about it.
Nah, you
Even,
shouldn't.
I'm not gonna do it.
That's right. And you know what? And I gotta go another layer in the onion since we already eaten it.
Yeah.
The music, and I'm 66. Back when we would just listen to good music, even if it was the blues, made you sad a little bit, you feel something, whatever. The Thriller's gone, whatever. But the powers that be, and we know who they are, the corporate dark entities that have decided to mess with the medium of the mind and also the endorphins, have flipped the music over 30 years gradually, and now they have songs and playlists that are just reminding young people that their lives are so bad when they really aren't. So young people, don't fall for the matrix, because it's a trick. Because all they want to do is make you sad. We grew up with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh my God, that's the way of the world.
That's right.
Chaka Khan, you know what I'm saying? P-Funk, Led Zeppelin, whatever. Mother's Finest. It made you feel good. It inspired you. You wanted to dance. You wanted to be like them. You wanted to dress like them. Prince came out and said, "Hey, let's go crazy. Let's party." This 1999, the whole thing. So why they did that? Because they playing the long con, and everybody needs to open their eyes and understand you don't have to play. Feel me?
But Zach and Trey, along those same lines, and I know sometimes we'll get political, sometimes we won't, but that's actually what I found appealing, and I don't know if we were talking about it before you came on the air, about the DNC, because that was a total party vibe and everything. So they were having a party vibe there, and we're even playing. You'd be glad to know, Zach, because we were saying that they had John Legend with Sheila E., and there was definitely, excuse me, a salute to Prince and everything. So they even had some funk music incorporated.
They had everything.
music.
I was loving it. I don't watch stuff like that. But Trey, I gotta tell you, and Mark, I gotta tell you, I was crying. I was crying because I thought about my mother and my father. I have his NAACP card in my pocket. I thought about everybody that I know, that we're part of this energy, this light, and we can do it. I'm glass half full guy. I'm nervous and depressed sometimes, but we can change the world. One funk at a time, as I always say. Yo, this has been amazing, man. Mark, what were we going to do next? I forgot. I got so lost in the whole thing. What are we doing?
So we were going to close out with the song. It's about me and everything.
But I want to give Trey the full screen before we close out. Trey, I'm going to end the show with your song, but we're going to give you the full screen so you can get your last message out, and hopefully we'll see you back on the show real soon.
But before you drop off, I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you all for this opportunity. I thank you for not forgetting me, and for us always staying true and genuine and connected. And anything that you all ever need me for, I'm here. Y'all in the family, this the extended family. So I'm here. But I love you all, and I'm holding space for all of the things that you're doing, and keep doing the great work that you're doing in this, for this, and for all of the other antennas of things that you got going out. I want to celebrate you all for that. Thank you, Kings.
That's very sweet. Oh my God, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. You got it, Mark? You gonna do it, or you want me to do it?
I'm going to pull us both off.
Thank you.
Once again, I am Trey Rochelle, international singer and performing and recording artist, and I just want you to join in and be the whole vibe with me. So feel free to join my community at fan.treyrochelle.com. Find me on all streaming platforms at I am Trey Rochelle. Look up my music, Trey Rochelle. I have things out there. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're vibing about. And one thing, just make sure that you tapped in. Make sure that you're tapped in. And my music is real music, about real things, real situations, and I would love to connect in with you. So hope that you're going great. Hope that you're going fine. And I thank you for sticking around and spending time here with us today. And I look forward to hearing more about you on the other side. So join the community so we can forever stay connected. Love you. Check on the strong ones. Check on the strong ones. And strong ones, make sure you check in. Okay.
That's so sweet. Mark, thank you so much. I'll see you. Where you at the Hayti? How long you going to be there? I'll drop by.
Yeah, I'm over here for a while.
I got you, bro. So
Oh yeah, and I put the DNC thing on there because they have all of the days. You can rewatch it. So they have all of the days out there. I don't know how long they're going to keep them out there, but it was great entertainment, great messages that were there. Yeah.
And you know what? They made a playlist already of that.
Hey, see?
Yes, they did. It's on Spotify. They got it, man. Yo, it was
Did he freeze?
how the mindset was serious business because we know we got to do this, but we're not going to let you steal our joy.
Nope.
It was spiritual.
Yes, it was.
And see, everybody took it like some people on the other side, like it's a joke, this and that, but they didn't understand because they vibrate here and we vibrate here. We can laugh and have fun and minister to each other and still get the job done. You know, that's what it is. I'm gun ho. I can't wait because I've lived to see a black president, and I'm gonna live to see a first Afro-American, Asian, biracial president, woman.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
ecstatic.
Yeah. No, we got to do, and you got to vote. And even if you have voted, they are knocking people off the rolls. Yeah. So if you don't have your registration card, there is no penalty to re-register. Right. Register, because all of the registration deadlines, I think some of them are like 45 days in advance, and we're getting very close to that. So just re-register, even if you did in the last election, because sometimes they clear those rolls every 2 years, and sometimes people only vote for the president. So if you're only voting for the president, then you at risk for being off of the roll. Don't bother trying to find out if you on the roll or not. Just go do it again. Just go and fill it out again, and don't just fill it out. Make sure that you send it to whoever you need to send it to. Stop by the library or wherever you see somebody registering to vote between now and then, and fill out that paperwork and get it in. You ain't gonna be penalized for doing it 2 or 3 different times to make sure that it gets there. Make sure you got your card and your ID when you show up where you show up, and make sure you do vote and you don't accept them turning you away. Like, don't do that. There's other games and plays that people do, but we got to do our part and make sure that we show up with the paperwork that we need. Every state has a different way of going about doing it. So go to vote. I think it's like vote.org that you can go to find out about your state and what they have there, but they might change the rules. So make sure that at the end of the day, they're going to need to know who you are and that you said you wanted to be able to vote. So make sure you cover those 2 things. That ain't going to change for none of it. And that's just my PSA.
Hey, just really quickly, along those same lines, I think because Zach has mentioned a couple of times, the vote of you ladies is going to be vital this time around, because I think women are going to come out strong, because a lot of women and men are upset at the way that certain powers don't want y'all to have the right of over your own body, the rights over your own body.
Absolutely. And I'm in Texas, so I get it. Yep. With 3 daughters. Absolutely. And once again, Kamala is my Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated sister. So, and she's my HBCU. I'm FAMU. She Howard. So, but even without all those things, like, go listen to what she said. Like, I mean, she's really here for all of us, regardless of our party, regardless of our affiliation. And she's so connected through so many communities, through her extended family, like what we talked about. Like, regardless of whatever you want to say, whatever you've heard, because some people knew this day would come. Right. And so some people have already been setting up for your mind to already be turned off from what it needs to be turned on to. So it's up to you to turn your mind on to what it needs to be turned on to. And you need to tap in and know that a vote not for her is a vote nonetheless.
Yeah.
You know, people got to understand the power of words. You know, that's why they call it spelling. And when you have Beelzebub standing in front of an audience, gets social media, whatever platforms, this and that, he's putting a spell on people by constantly saying a lie. The biggest trick the devil does is convincing you he don't exist. So people got to understand, look past. See, you and I, Mark, some of us, we're interdimensional. We see beyond the physical. And that's why we're doing this show, to spread some of that. And this dude, if you look through, and I'm from New York, where he's from, crystal clear, this dude got hoofs, a tail, and is nothing but Beelzebub. I'm telling you. And see, he's laughing regardless. So that's what the darkness does. And he's got a certain segment of society convinced that poor people made them poor, which is impossible. We don't even know these people. I never met these people. So how did I personally bring down your economic situation when I'm fighting for my own? I don't know you. You don't know me. That's the game, the matrix. They want us to pit against each other. And everybody that's smart now that was on that plane said, hold it, we landed, I'm getting off. I'm going to get on the other plane. Whether I agree or not, at least I know that plane is going to fly.
That's right.
Dude, you trying to crash us. You know? So that's my PSA. And also, man, get your prostate checked.
Absolutely.
Get that prostate checked. And just really quickly, and then we'll leave it alone because we got to end and everything. But Trey, that border situation is a mess too, because they're trying to play some serious games with that border situation and what they're trying to jail some of our brown brothers and things. And along that line, that don't make any sense at all. And she does have a border plan. She has a very good border plan that, to your point, Zach, he actually voted down because he thought it was going to cost him the election. So he actually voted down a bipartisan bill that would have actually made things better, because he's like, hey, I can't have that lost because then I'm going to lose the election. So we got to see the games that they are playing.
That's the devil, bro. The devil lying with the tongue, bro. You can see it.
We can't, like, wake up.
Not going back.
Stop. Yeah, we cannot go back. We can't. Creation, life, time, everything evolves. Everything. And this is it coming back in this form, but we got lessons learned from this. And so you know, let's live up to what we got to live up to. Do what we got to do. It's more that we have in common than that separates us. So much more.
That's right. We're going to get out of here, man. Thank y'all for rolling with us, Funk from the Front Seat, every Saturday night on the Grind TV. Oh, real quick, can you drop me a video of the promo for me? Can you do one for me, Trey?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll send you the dude.
Don't worry about that. Yeah. Oh, you know, we got that.
I got you. Thank you.
That's light work. I got you on that.
I got you. We're going to end with your video, and then we're going to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're going to run this show again at 6, and then again at, 9 tonight, Mark?
6 and 9, or 6 and 9 and 12.
Yeah, and then, Trey, you know, take the link and, you know, do what you want to do with it, and you got it, and we just roll. So, Mark, make sure she gets the link for me.
I will do that.
I got to go. I'm going to drop by and give you food, then I got to go to work.
All right.
This has been one great comeback. I am so happy you were my very first guest when I actually came back live. You made my day. I honor and respect you, Queen. I honor and respect your legacy, your family, everything you're doing, and everything going forward. Let me tell you something. Amazing.
I love you. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you so much.
Got you.
My honor and privilege.
I'll see y'all next week. I don't know who we got, but it's going to be somebody.
All right. Sounds
good. Hot. It's going to be funky, I tell you that much.
You damn right. Knock it out, Mark. Let's go, bro. Boom.
It's about me. It's about me. It's about me. It's about me. Been feeling so much stress, dealing with drama, stuff, and mess. about me. I'm feeling good about me tonight. My head is high and it's alright. I'm gonna smile, everything's fine. It's gonna be about me tonight. I'm feeling good about me tonight. My head is high and it's alright. I'm gonna smile, everything's fine. It's gonna be about me tonight. It's about me. 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 It's